Today, there are more than 8.2 billion people on Earth, which is more people than any point in the human history. You probably have 500 friends on Facebook, 200 Instagram followers. You are member of at least 5 WhatsApp groups. What this data tells us is very simple. You are living in the most connected generation in the entire human civilization. Today, more than 5 billion people use internet globally. If you explained this to your grandfather and told him you can talk anyone on the earth instantly, you can video call across the continent, you carry thousands of contacts in your pockets, you can join communities of any interest imaginable, you would probably assume loneliness has disappeared completely. But the fact that I'm about to tell you may shock you completely. According to World Health Organization, 1 in every 6 people worldwide is affected by severe loneliness. Notice the word severe. Why? This will make sense in upcoming few moments. Now guess which is the most affected generation? Yes, it's the young people. Around 17 to 21% of people aged 13 to 29 report experiencing loneliness. But this is not the most shocking part. The most shocking part is loneliness and social isolation contributes approximately 871,000 deaths every year. That's almost 100 deaths every hour. This is the mortality rate equals to smoking up to 15 cigarettes a day. And the situation is today World Health Organization has officially declared loneliness as a global health threat.
Loneliness and social isolation reached epidemic proportions.
Loneliness. It is as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes a day.
Why are we lonelier than ever in a world that's always online?
But wait, weren't the elderly people supposed to be lonely ones? What happened? How did the most connected generation become the loneliest? And more importantly, why? The first reason is social media. Now before you think, here comes another random guy who is going to put all the blame on social media, because that what everyone is saying, then wait, give me few more seconds, this is different. Think about it, 30 years ago when someone had 5 friends, they had 5 real friends. They saw their faces, they heard their unedited voices, they spent time together in the same physical spaces. And when they sat alone in their room, their brain understood something very simple. I am physically alone right now. That was completely normal and socially acceptable. But today, when you are alone, you open social media and social media does something very strange. It makes you feel excluded. You see your friend hanging out, you see people traveling. You see birthday, parties, achievement and celebration, and suddenly it feels like everyone is living while you are simply watching. But here is the illusion. Suppose you follow 200 people on Instagram. Let's assume only 10% of them post something exciting once every 20 days. That means around 20 people create one great moment every 20 days. But because those moments happen on different days, you end up seeing at least 1 or 2 exciting stories every single day. You and your brain completely ignore the fact that they also feel alone. You have never seen those remaining 90 days. Because on the internet, we post only best days. Have you ever posted yourself crying on the internet? Most probably no. You have 20 Instagram posts and all of them were your best times. And to make things even worse, the comparison has become wider. You do not only see your homies having fun, but you also see a perfect vacations, a perfect relationship, a perfect body, a perfect careers. Now the comparison do not stop with your neighbors, co-workers, friends or colleagues. It extends to millions, and all of a sudden you start feeling everyone else is connected except me. Number 2, something very harsh about today's society. This may be uncomfortable to many, but unfortunately it is true. Today people view other humans as a disposable commodities. Yes, you heard it right, disposable commodities. Here is how it goes. In economics, when the supply of a commodity becomes infinity, its perceived value drops to zero. In most of the human history, relationships were limited. Your friends were usually the people in your village, the people in your neighborhood, the people in your workplace, the people in your community. People you couldn't replace easily, like neighbors. As a result, relationships often survive disagreement, imperfections, and difficult periods. Today, we live in a completely different reality. If conversation becomes boring, people swipe. If friendship becomes difficult, people mute. If relationship becomes complicated, people move on. If someone disagrees, they find someone who doesn't. I know what many of you are going to say. So, bro, what? Today we have a freedom, the freedom of choice. Exactly, you are right. The freedom of choice is so good when it's come to commodity market, but unfortunately human emotions and connections are not commodities. This is where psychology says after a certain point more choices often create less satisfaction, because every choice comes with the awareness of the alternatives that were not chosen. For example, if someone commits to a person, that means he or she is closing all the doors. Now, whenever there will be an argument or disagreement, instead of fixing it, the natural things that comes in their mind is there were two more people who were so nice to me. Maybe I just chose the wrong one. So people never fully invest in any person because they are perpetually distracted by the illusion most of the time someone else is out there. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.